Hey guys, Casual Chrono here. I finally have gotten Azami's weapon to max level. So we are going to do the True Manifest fight for Azami. She has some HP stoppers along the way, so we're going to see if any of those cause any major issues. There's the first one, I think. And she was able to kill Sesta, which is never a good thing. So what might be a good strategy
Blessings upon you.
She should have another HP stopper at 40.
Testify.
So what might be a good strategy is to reduce her damage output. I've gone through the second HP stopper now, and I think I'm just going to blow the AF bar and see if I can get Dragon Assault to take care of business. And it looks like I have. So losing Sesta was not a big deal. Though I definitely will do a few more rounds with a few more teams and see if I can showcase different ways, and probably a more efficient way now that I know Sesta can die fairly quickly, on how to take care of this boss. So we're going to do the Azami fight again, the True Manifest fight with the same team. This time we're going to see if we can do it a little more efficiently and keep everyone alive.
May heaven's mercy guide us.
So to do that, on the first round, go below the AF bar and see if I can get Soira to stack up her power and int reduction ability. You can go up to 90% reduced power. So basically we're going to Pain Poison. She will Starving Wolf followed by Twin Blade Wolf. She'll cast her buff and then probably a combination of the others. And we're going to get her to do Foist and Seer once followed by Floor Breeze. So we've hit the first HP stopper. She did cause damage to everyone, but that's okay. They all lived. So we're going to cast Twin Blade Wolf to bring her down to her second HP stopper. And I'm going to cast Noblesse Oblige to see if I can absorb all the damage on Soira.
Listen, these are the cries of the voiceless.
Alright, Soira took all the hits, and then Suzette was able to finish her off. So that is a more efficient way of doing that. The team composition for both those fights, I did not have anyone other than Azami in the back row. I did have Tetra as a sidekick for healing. If you have Ukwaji, you could always put him in as well. Azami herself had some grasta, one grasta that gave regen to anyone with a katana, but otherwise she had no grasta. So the main team, Suzette, had 3 poison grastas, none of them upgraded. She did have the Elpis spear, but I'm sure other weapons would have worked as well. She had the time restored bangle and a power badge with just 30 power. Sesta has the Elpis dagger, the Ring of Might, which improves damage when she is at max health, and the Vitality badge, which improves damage with max health. Her grasta were upgraded. She has 3 pain grasta with bullseye, MP consumption, and adversity. Adversity did not come into play here. Yipha's equipment was defensive-minded. She had extra speed, just a store-bought plasma bangle, and Miyake's hammer, which gives her some speed and saves her some mana. As far as her grasta, she had several resistances and continual regen. Soira, who does have 120 light, which allows for an additional badge. Her luck was 345 thanks to her badges and the Grace Armlet. And she has a prismatic pick for a weapon, which improves her critical rate. The critical rate and luck both affect her defense. For her grasta, she had 3 grasta. It gave her 300 health each, and they're all upgraded with 300 ores. And then she did have Power of Rebirth, which gives her a continual regen as well, I believe 40%. So that was Soira's gear. And so that team took care of Azami's true manifest fight. And let's see if we can play around with some different teams. Alright, so continuing with exploring Azami's true manifest fight, I'm trying a fire team. It is a fairly strong fire team.
I don't back down. Well,
But I'm just kind of exploring what all's available to me. So, Aisha's going to drop Fire Zone. She's going to Overwhelm. We'll have her do Annihilator. And he'll cast Illusion Black Dragon.
How's that?
I do have Tetra in the background healing, but I'm using Minalka, so it's probably to be expected with this group. Alright, Prominence Purge. We're going to improve the party's power. Rip and Tear to create pain. And we're going to awaken the zone, I think.
Incinerate!
This should drop her down to her first HP stopper, which does a significant amount of damage for the team. However, now that we have Prominence Purge going, Radius is able to heal the team pretty well. So we need to get her down to the second HP stopper. So I think now might be a good time to go ahead and blow the AF bar, during which point I will cast Chivalry to make sure that the team survives her second attack. Otherwise, I'm just going to hit Overwhelm and Prominence Purge. She's going to blast Blaze Concerto. She's going to Rip and Tear. And he will probably Suzaku Encirclement. There's Chivalry. There's an Overwhelm. I've already hit the stopper. There's another Overwhelm to improve those stacks. There's a Prominence Purge. And we'll just have some fun with some extra abilities. Okay. Radius survived thanks to the Chivalry. We've gone through both HP stoppers now. We're on the last round of the Awakened Fire Zone. So we're just going to attack with everyone.
It's over.
And there we go.
Case closed.
Now this is a fairly strong fire team with some not so common characters. The party was made of Jet Shion, Minalka, Aisha, who is a free character, and Radius with Aldo in the background. So most people should have Aldo and Aisha. Radius could probably be swapped with Pry, which really leaves Minalka and Shion as the required characters for this group. So as far as gear goes, Shion had the Mujima Rod, time restored ring and life spring badge. He wasn't doing the main damage, so he really could have had any weapon, I think. Grasta wise, he had Pain Grasta. One had Bullseye, and the other two did not have any upgrades. Minalka had the Elpis sword, but I think honestly in this fight, other swords like Miyaki's sword perhaps, Prismatic sword, if you have the Mujima sword, I think all of those could have helped. And she had a rainbow bracelet. She had a power increase, an MP halved badge for a high attack power. Her Grasta were 3 Pain Grasta. One was Bullseye, one was MP consumption, and the third was enhanced weak point damage, but Azami was not weak to fire, she just simply didn't resist it. So that Grasta upgrade didn't really have much to do with this fight. Aisha, I just basically concentrated on giving her a lot of health. So she had 6,000 health. Her Grasta all gave her health as well. Otherwise, they weren't terribly important for the fight. Radius had a lot of health as well. She had the illusion speed, which gives about 1,000 health. She had the Elpis Spangle, which gives health based on light. And she had the HP 2000 and half speed badge. And as far as her Grasta is concerned, she had 3 Grasta that each had a base of 300 health, and each one was increased with the HP ore. So she had 1,800 health due to her Grasta. So she had 10,000 unbuffed. I realize not everyone has, that level of Grasta quite yet. Aldo was in the background. He did not participate in the fight, but he held Grasta that helped Minalka. If her hit points were at maximum, she'd do more damage, though by the nature of Minalka, she was never at maximum. He did have, at low hit points, increases sword users' damage by 40%, and Minalka was definitely below 80 a lot. And then Power of Inferno sword, he improved Minalka's fire type attacks by 30%. So that's what Aldo was in there for. And of course, Azami, didn't really matter what she had. She was there just so I could start the fight. So this team worked out pretty well. Main thing is to hit Chivalry or Prize, I think he called it Indulgence attack, or skill, I guess, not so much an attack. So that way all the damage is redirected and they gain hold ground in the process. So that is another way to defeat Azami with a fire team. Alright guys, another way that I'm going to try to defeat Azami's true manifest is with this team. It does not have a zone at all, so basically we're just counting on the fact that we can reduce her damage and keep this team powerful. So the main damage dealer here is going to be Suzette. Her first turn, she's going to do Pain and Poison. Pizzica is going to sing, which reduces damage received. Mariel ES is going to begin praying, which improves damage. I could reduce incoming damage as well, but I'm thinking I want to try and speed this up a little bit. So I'm going to do the cheer to improve Suzette's attack. And she is going to cast Foi Sincere.
Alakazam!
It was Soira's next turn. She's going to start Floor Breeze to reduce incoming damage. She's going to attack, and she's going to attack with Dragon Assault. Alright, I'm going to Floor Breeze again. She's going to attack again, and she's going to attack again. Another attack, another floor breeze to bring her down 90%. At this point, Pizzica has stopped singing, so I'm going to sing again. I'm just going to go ahead and cast the Oratio, even though it's still technically going on. I'm going to Foi Sincere, and we're going to reapply Demonic Thrust.
Alakazam!
This should not bring her down to her HP stopper. My thought process is I want to control when we reach her HP stoppers, so I can make sure I cast Noblesse Oblige with Soira. So now that she's singing, now that the cheer has been reestablished, my plan is to blow the AF bar, and the first thing Soira's going to do is hit Noblesse Oblige, and then floor breeze it the rest of the way. She'll just attack with her first attack, and she'll attack with Dragon Assault. So, alright, I've hit Noblesse Oblige, and now I'm just going to spam and try to get down to that first HP stopper, which it looks like I might have already hit.
In the cradle of the mother we walk. Divine is her warmth. Her
This
love
means
shone
all
over.
damage should be redirected to
Carry the
Soira.
word, tender with intent. Guard the beloved till their heart's swords temper. I am no god nor paragon templar.
As
My
much as I
hands,
love
small,
Mariel
hold
ES,
heaven's consent.
this is a
Deliver
very
her
long
glory,
final
usher her cherished
attack.
flock. Summer of Yipha Blade.
Alright, we're basically going to do the same thing again. She's going to attack, she's going to attack, and we've been floor breezing it, so let's take a look at the buffs, debuffs. Everything looks like it's still there, so we'll do Foi Sincere. Now Azami's next HP stopper is at 40%. So I think I can get away with one more round of attacks with all of them without hitting that stopper.
Here I go.
Alright, at this point, if I blew the AF bar, I would definitely hit the stopper. So, but Pizzica has stopped singing. So instead, I'm going to Demonic Thrust. I'm going to start singing again. I'm going to start cheering again. And let's see, are the debuffs working? Everything is still stacked and not ready to go away yet, so we'll just do let's do an Elemental Guard.
Alakazam!
Alright, she's singing now. Everyone's buffed up. Now would be a good time to bring her down to the next HP stopper. So, same thing as before. I'm going to hit Dragon Assault. I'm going to hit her attack. And she's going to hit Noblesse Oblige once, and then just floor breeze it the rest of the time. And this should be enough to bring her down to her next HP stopper.
I've got a nap coming up.
Okay, once again, all damage should be redirected to Soira.
Summer of Yipha Blade.
At this point, both HP stoppers have been hit, so Suzette is going to Dragon Assault. Pizzica is singing. She is still cheering right now, so I can attack with her. And at this point, I might just cast a Voice and Seer just to make sure. But you can see that her 3 stacks of power down are still there, and they're not about to expire. So... Azami's mad, but she can't do much about it. Now, I can go ahead and AF it and see if the 3 of them can down her. I'm just going to go and just keep with the same patterns. So, Dragon Assault, attack, and attack, I think. Her Pain Poison's still up. Her stacks are still up. Soira's still defended. So, you know, if it's working, why change it? Alright, at this point, Azami's down low enough, I could probably blow the AF bar and just finish it here. But just to be on the safe side, we're just going to follow the exact same pattern and rebuff defenses, rebuff singing and cheering, and rebuff pain poison.
Alakazam!
And now that everything's been rebuffed, the AF bar is almost full, and she is, well, it is full, and she is about to die. Let's just go ahead, blow it, and finish this off. This time, no noblesse oblige. I can just down her, spamming everyone's first attack. If the wiki is correct, Azami has just over 60 million health. So the second HP stopper was at 40%, meaning I could have blown the AF bar at any point, and as long as I could do around 24-25 million damage in the AF bar, I probably could have ended the fight at any time.
Hold heaven's consent to deliver her glory, usher her cherished flock.
So there you go. Yet another way to defeat AS Azami without any of the super characters like Sesta. Though I do realize that Pizzica, Mariel, and Soira can be hard to get as well. Soira at least has a fairly common 4-star, as does Mariel, or at least Mariel's been around long enough that a lot of people have her base form, so hopefully you can at least side grade them. So let's look at the team. Suzette, the main damage dealer, had the best weapon I could give her, which was the Elpis Spear. Things like Miyaki's or Mujima, you know, basically just give her your strongest weapon that you can. She had the time restored bangle for her armor, which basically gave her some MP regen. Azami did not have a weak point in this fight. And I gave her just a 30 power badge. You could have given her a bullseye badge. You could give her any number of other badges that probably would have been stronger than this one. Grasta-wise, she had 3 power of poisons, and that was it. None of them were upgraded, no bullseye, no NP consumption, nothing. So she could have been a lot more powerful had she been upgraded further. Pizzica was basically singing to give my team mana regen. Oratorio restored 50 magic at the end of each turn. As long as you have any character that can provide mana regen, I don't necessarily think you need Pizzica at all. As far as her grasta, she was enhancing bow damage users, and she was the only bow damage user in the group, so she was not helping with the damage at all. She was just restoring mana. Mariel had grasta that gave her health, 1,200 total, 300 each from the grasta, and then one of them was upgraded with another 300 health. She had basically gear that was defensive based. So her Dark Spirit Claws gave her speed. Elpis Necklace is a strong necklace that gives extra health, and she had a speed badge as well. So the main purpose for her to be there was to cast the Oratio Virtuous, which improved everyone's attack by 50%, and all party gained Lunatic and decreased damage. So Soira was basically there just to absorb the hits. She had luck from badges, she had luck from armor, so her luck was 345. Her weapon gave her 70% critical rate, which is also important for her defense. And as far as her grasta, she had 3 grasta, each with a base of 300 health, and each one upgraded with 300, the HP ore, which gives 300 additional health. So she had 1800 total health from grasta. She also had the Power of Rebirth, which is a continual regen, I think 40%, if I remember the wiki correctly. So she was getting mana back from that as well. Really the main issue, and I tried this fight a few times, Suzette will run out of mana on a fight like this, so you need to give her some way to regen mana. So Pizzica was the reason for that. Milsha was in the background. You don't need her, you just simply need a Lance Wind user, any Lance Wind user, because she was holding grasta that helped Suzette. When Suzette's hit points were at max, she did more damage. When Suzette's hit points were below 80%, she did more damage. And because they're both wind users, she would do an extra 30% damage simply because she was another lance user. So as long as you have a wind lance user of any kind, those are some grasta that can help support Suzette. As I mentioned, Suzette, this fight probably would have been a lot faster had she been given a bullseye grasta upgrade as well, or the bullseye badge. So sidekicks, I did not have any in this fight to show that they weren't really needed. So as long as you have Suzette, someone who can restore mana, someone who can improve damage and reduce damage, and then a tank that can absorb the hits at the HP stoppers, that's kind of the basis of what you need. So I think at this point, I've tried a bunch of different combinations, but I think I've found 4 working combinations. 2 wind teams, 1 fire team, and 1 just random assortment team that all were able to take care of Azami's true manifest fight. So I hope some of this helps you in your team building process. Casual Chrono, signing out.